What's up? Welcome to 2019. Welcome to my first video of 2019. This video is going to be called In 2018 I Leave, and in 2019 I Welcome. So I'm going to give you an outline of how to leave behind in 2018 what you want to leave behind, and welcome in 2019 what you want to welcome. What I'm doing right now, walking through the woods like a maniac, is I'm finding a spot where I can record this whole video and go through it. And I'm also going to jump into the freezing water right afterwards. You can see right now I'm on a lake, walking around the outside of a lake. The water's very cold. I don't know how cold it is, but I'm going to find out pretty soon. So beautiful. Pache mama! Pache mama! Pache mama! I love you, Mother Nature. You see that rope swing right there? Don't ever use it. I was here one time with my friend Brandon, and some kid fell off it and had a stick go straight through his ass cheek. Yes, I think this is it. Oh yeah. This is it. This is the spot. Absolutely beautiful! Beautiful! Alright, I found the spot. This is pretty cool. It's beautiful here. This is a good place for me to jump in right after I'm done talking. So let's start on the exercise. You can get a whiteboard, you can get a piece of paper, you can get your phone even. Anything that you can record data on, just get it out. I like to use a piece of paper because I can bring it with me wherever I go and always look at it. Now at the very top, write down, in 2018 I leave. And under this space, you're going to write down habits about yourself, people you don't want to hang out with anymore, anything that lowers your vibration, that brings you down, that does not make you the best you can be every day. Write that down. All of it. Go crazy. Take as long as you want. Pause the video if you want. And underneath that, write down, in 2019, I welcome. Now this is going to be your intentions for the new year. An intention is anything that you want to draw positive energy towards in your life. It can be for another person. It can be somewhere you want to go. It can be for something you want, a habit you want to form, some way you want to be, anything. Don't let me tell you what to write down. The shaman lives inside, the master lives inside. Listen to yourself, go deep into yourself and find out the kind of person you want to be, the kind of places you want to go, and the kind of things you want to do. Now, me being a radically honest, radically transparent person, I'm going to read out my list. I wear my heart on my sleeve, I don't care, that's just the way that I am. I think that I'm also trying to work on this thing where I'm like myself consistently around everybody, and that's more difficult than you think. If you actually try to be that way around everybody, it's like you gotta think about it like, okay, you gotta be yourself around your boss, you gotta be yourself around your parents, you gotta be yourself around people you have a crush on, you know, like these really intimidating situations. You have to consistently be yourself, and that's what I'm trying to do, and it's working pretty well. Anyways, back to the list. So in 2018 I leave alcohol. I quit alcohol back in October, but I had a few beers and glasses of wine here and there, but I want to totally like not have any mind-altering substances like alcohol at all in 2019. Caffeine. Caffeine was tough at first, but now it's been like 2 months, maybe 3 months since I quit caffeine, and I get cravings for it like once every couple of weeks, and it's minor. It's like when I have a lot of work to do and it's like 9 p.m. and my mind's like, hey man, you could use a Monster right now. I'm like, no. So I'm leaving behind caffeine and I feel amazing every day. Sugar. Sugar's tough. I was doing really good until Christmas Eve. And I don't know what overcame me. There was, my parents' house was a big giant thing of cookies and I was like, ugh, and I caved. I caved, but it was a good thing because I caved so hard that I went into a sugar coma for 4 days. For Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and the 2 days afterwards, I was like, fuck it, and I just ate all the sugar. And I felt like terrible, really bad for a couple days afterwards. But now that I know what it feels like to give into the craving and the after effects of giving into the craving, I don't want it anymore. I still get sugar cravings all the time, but I know how it makes me feel now, so it helps me not want it, and in 2019 I can do no sugar for sure. Let's see. Scarcity mindset. So this is really important. The Scarcity mindset is the opposite of the abundance mindset. So a scarcity mindset focuses on the lack. It doesn't focus on what you already have or want, it focuses on what you don't have. So a good example of this is, let's say you're down in your luck and you have 10 bucks in your bank account. Now the scarcity mindset thinks, oh man, I only have $10 in my bank account, I'm broke, how am I gonna make more money? This is terrible, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna have to move back to my parents' house. Now that's a scarcity mindset. The abundance mindset is, wow, I have $10 in my bank account. That's 10 more than zero. This is great. I wonder how I'm gonna make another $10. And then you kind of keep going with that. So I'm leaving behind the scarcity mindset. I haven't had the scarcity mindset in a while, but I just kind of want to drill that into my brain that I'm totally leaving it behind. Let's see. Late mornings. This one's tough for me. This is like the bane of my existence. Like, I just can't get up in the morning. Once I get up, I have so much energy, but it's just peeling myself out of bed is the problem. Now, what helps me, I'm going to try, I'll let you know if it works. I read online that if you get an alarm clock, and then you put your phone in the other room, you're more than likely to get up because you want to check your phone. Now, that's kind of like not that good. It's not like a good, I guess you could say, reason to wake up, but if it just kind of forms the habit, then it's a good step. Unconscious release. Now this is in relation to releasing Kundalini energy unconsciously, releasing it with somebody unconsciously. I've been on the whole holding back thing for the past month. It's been tough, but I've really started to learn how to repurpose that powerful creative energy. And I've been writing music, I've been writing really good blogs, I've been creating videos, I've been drawing again, writing, and not releasing that energy and repurposing it has really helped me. So I'm really going to try and continue to do that in 2019 as much as I can. Past lovers. This one's, for me, it's tough. I love love. I love the feeling of love, and I love when I fall in love with somebody. And I'm sure that everybody can relate. And the way to do this is to just deal with it. That's like a really terrible piece of advice, but that's just the way you do it. What helps me a lot is the cold exposure, breathing, the Wim Hof method, and yoga. Now I know that doesn't help everybody, and I know that I sound like a broken record when I always talk about yoga and breathing Wim Hof, but the reason why I always talk about it is because it works for a lot of things, and that's just the bottom line, it just works. So I leave behind past lovers with grace and gratitude, not with bitterness and unforgiveness. Fearing fear. Now, I always say this, fear is a friend who is misunderstood. Whenever Grant Cardone, I believe, says whenever you feel fear, it means you're going in the right direction, because fear is a sign that you're changing, you're afraid of change. So I've mostly lost my fear of fear. I still kind of get a little bit afraid right before I jump into the cold water, no matter what it is, but going into the water has helped me make my fear my friend. So I want to stop fearing fear completely. Disorganization. I used to be really disorganized. I used to so bad. But I just learned over the past few months that running towards your problems instead of running away from your problems really helps a lot. It makes you more responsible, and it also prevents further problems from happening. I'm glad I learned that, because that was bad. Doubt. Doubt is a form of fear. It's when you feel like you want to do something, and then the little idiot inside your head is like, no, you can't do that. You're not good enough to do that. You're not good enough for that person. Release doubt. I want to completely release doubt from my life. I'm getting there. I'm pretty close to that. Uninformed decisions. I want to leave behind uninformed decisions for sure. Uninformed decisions can lead to a group of people believing false facts, and that's the case with a lot of diets, a lot of dieting, a lot of exercises, a lot of mindsets when it comes to people and understanding and acceptance. So I want to really, before I say things or before I write things, I want to really be informed about it, have good sources, and make sure that what I'm saying is correct. because the power of the word, the power of influence is a very powerful one. I don't want to give you false information and then have you tell other people false information, and that just leads to a very poor society. So I want to leave uninformed decisions in the past. Excessive screen use. This one's tough. This one's tough for me. I'm not going to lie, it's tough for me. I have a marketing agency, so I'm always behind the screen. I'm always behind my computer and my phone. But I don't watch much TV. And I think about it, and I'm grateful for that, because people who do watch TV, they spend their time either on their phone, on their computer, or on their TV. Their attention is always focused on the blue light. And it's just lights, sounds, and pixels. And it's just amazing, because here I am in front of like real life nature, and I'm getting much more than I ever would watching a show about nature. You know, people are like, oh, it's just a lake. You're sitting in front of a lake. That's so boring. No, man, this is way more entertaining than any TV show. It's not boring. The waves change every second. I can see the wind glide across the surface of the water. I can see the sunlight. I can feel the sunlight reflecting on my face, giving me energy. I feel these rocks. I feel the dirt. I feel the leaves, you know? Way more entertaining than the screen. So I leave behind excessive screen use in 2018. Now, in 2019, I welcome, drumroll, hydration. Hydration is the opposite of alcohol and caffeine use. So I welcome drinking more water, being more aware of it, and we're all chronically dehydrated, probably myself included, because I work out for like 3 hours a day and I definitely don't drink enough water. So I want to be more hydrated. Keeping my word. This is something I've been working on for the past month, and it's great. Now, living in Miami was amazing, but I had a couple of bad habits from people who live there rub off on me. If you live in Miami, you'll know how flaky people are. Like, they'll make plans, they'll be like, yeah, I'm on my way, and then just never show up. So I want to leave behind that. I want to keep my word. But I understand why people in Miami or in the big cities are kind of like that, because living in a big city, especially South Beach, there's just so much to do, so many fun things to do. So you say, oh yes, I want to do this fun thing. And then another fun thing comes up, you're like, I want to do that instead. Then another fun thing comes up, you're like, oh, I want to do that instead. So I totally understand that, but just kind of keeping to my word is something I really want to stick with. Now that kind of goes in line with the next one, which is commitment. Commitment in all forms. Diet, exercise, lovers, but the most important commitment is self-commitment. You say to yourself, I want to wake up every day at 5:30. Every time you don't commit to yourself, you disappoint yourself. So committing to yourself, it's a vicious cycle, you know, you just get more disappointed, then you don't do more good things, and you say, fuck it, I'm going to stay home and order a pizza and watch Netflix and go to bed and wake up late again. So committing to yourself is you are the most important person to commit to. And I say that to myself, I'm speaking to myself when I say that. A balanced diet. Now, there's a difference between being a vegan and being a healthy vegan. There's like there's like three tiers of veganism. There's the animals, which for me is the most important. Then there's the environment, and then there's yourself. Ideally, it should be the other way around. It should be, I love myself first, so that's why I'm vegan, because it's the healthiest diet out there, and then the animals, and then the environment. But I just kind of make, you know, like the same smoothie every day, or I make the same like curry every day, or the same veggie burger every day. So a balanced diet is something I want to bring into 2019, like a balanced, healthy vegan diet. My diet is not healthy, but it's definitely not balanced. Like, I'm definitely missing like vitamin A, I'm not missing protein, I get plenty of protein. I'm missing iron, I'm missing zinc. So I want to kind of, B12, I need to start taking B12 supplements. So something I welcome in 2019 is a balanced diet. Abundance. Abundance! Yes, abundance is something that I welcome in 2019 for sure. Abundance in all forms. Abundance in love, abundance in money, abundance in happiness, abundance in health and strength, everything. And the way that you get abundance is constantly thinking about it. Constantly thinking about it. Like I was saying before, not instead of saying, oh man, I only have $10, it's holy shit, I have $10, this is awesome. So that's what abundance is, always thinking about it, because when you're thinking about how much you have, you attract more. It's great. So I welcome abundance in 2019. Oh, there are some dogs. Should probably stop yelling. Exponential growth. So my friend Corbin taught me about exponential growth. And it's pretty cool. It's just like the Fibonacci sequence. So like as soon as you start thinking a certain way, this kind of spiral happens, right? This infinite spiral. And now if you think negatively, a negative spiral happens and it exponentially grows. But if you think positively, then it exponentially grows positively, and then it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and it just gets awesomely better. And that's what I welcome in my life. Early mornings, gotta start doing that, goddammit. New love. Yeah, so I let go of my past love and I welcome new love. Love in the forms of friends, family, intimate relationships. I just welcome new love. Consistency. I've been pretty consistent with everything in my life, and I'm pretty happy with that, and I want to maintain that consistency. No matter what you do, you're consistent. So if you're just kind of rolling through life and not really doing anything, you're consistently rolling. You're consistently watching Netflix. You're consistently wasting money on stupid shit. You're consistently on Facebook. You're consistently eating like garbage. So it's up to you to be consistent in whichever way you see fit, whichever way is the best for you. Organization, same thing like I was saying before. When you're organized, you become responsible. When you become responsible, less problems arise. And when they do arise, you can handle them better. Travel, oh yeah. So in February, I'm traveling to Washington State, and then I'm going to Portland, Oregon, because it's weird and I love weird things. And in October, I think, I'm going to Thailand with Mukti. Mukti is my Thai massage master. He is amazing. He is the coolest. I love him to death. And if you're interested in going to Thailand, let me know. I'll hook you up with Mukti. And if you're interested in learning more about Thai massage, I'll actually put a link in the description to Mukti's website. He's amazing. Thai massage is a very healing art. I love it. All right, anyways. And I also want to go to India, but we'll see. Health, strength, and happiness. So these are the 3 pillars of the Wim Hof method. Health, strength, and happiness. And I welcome all 3 of those things in 2019. Health, in the form of a balanced diet. Daily meditation, daily breathing, waking up early, loving myself. Strength, going to the gym every day, yoga every day, jumping in the water. And happiness, jumping in the cold water. That makes me very happy, and it also releases adrenaline, which makes you happy. So I welcome all 3 of those things in 2019. New experiences. I fucking love new experiences. They're the best. In anything when I travel or whatever. And this is kind of ties in with fear. So whenever a new experience comes, I used to feel fear. I used to be like, oh man, this is new. This is going to change me. Fuck that. And then I wouldn't do it anymore. I welcome the new experiences now. I welcome them, and I can't wait to try new things. This is a new thing. I haven't jumped in the lake over here. I've jumped in over there, but not over here, so I'm excited for it. And I want to build my businesses. So I have 3 businesses right now. I have the Yoga Dan brand. I have a marketing agency, and I have an e-commerce website. I want all 3 of them to exponentially grow. I welcome that. I welcome any new experience that allows me to grow my business. I welcome any new habit that allows me to grow my business. I welcome anything that allows me to grow as a person. And that's what I have written down for 2018 and 2019. Now, some ways that you can kind of cut bad habits and implement new habits is, this is terrible advice, but just doing it. Starting with day 1 and taking it a day at a time. Number 1, just doing it. Number 2, plan it out. If you invest like $25 in a 90-day whiteboard calendar, and you take an hour of your time, maybe even 2 hours, to schedule out the next 3 months in your life, what you want to do, any kind of goals or anything, and then put it somewhere that you see every day, and looking at it every morning, that works. It works for me. It either you wake up and you look at it and you're like, yes, look how far I've come. I'm definitely fulfilling what I want to do. Or you wake up and you look at it and you feel guilty and you're like, oh shit, I'm not doing any of this. I got to get back on it because I don't want to fall behind. Now for me, when I started doing the 90-day calendar thing, I fell off like a month, and then I looked at the calendar one day and I was like, man, I am a month behind where I could be. And that was kind of like a slap in the face. So doing that, so just doing it, number one. Number two, having a 90-day calendar. And number three, writing down your long-term goals every morning when you wake up and every night before you go to bed in a journal. And in between, I have this planner called the 10X Planner by Grant Cardone. It's amazing. So you start off by writing your long-term goals. Then I read a book for 5 minutes, and then I write down the quote of the day, so a quote from that book. And then I write down my plans for the day, like what do I need to do today to make my long-term goals a reality. And then as I finish those things, in successes beneath it, I write down what I did, and I cross it off. So I'm crossing it off and writing it down under I completed. And then at the end of the day, I write down my long-term goals again. So that, honestly, that daily planner thing has really, really helped me a lot in terms of getting stuff done. Let's see, what else? Hydration is really important to commit to yourself, because a lot of these like fatigue issues that people face, tiredness, lethargy, craving certain foods, a lot of it can be attributed to dehydration. Like, we are all dehydrated. We should be drinking so much more water than we are. So, like, be consciously aware of your hydration, and it will help you commit to things because you'll have more energy. Pranayama, breathing. So I'm coming out with a Wim Hof method breathing video pretty shortly. In the meantime, I'll put a link beneath the video about how to do the Wim Hof method. But waking up every morning and doing that Wim Hof breathing, it energizes you, it clears your mind, it gives you invigoration. All of that stuff will help you fulfill your goals, do what you want to do, hydrating yourself. And also, balanced diet, like I was saying before, having a balanced diet. Now, if a balanced diet is one of your things that you want to welcome in 2019, how to achieve a balanced diet is what I said before, 90 days. Plan out your meals for 90 days. Fuck it. Once you do that, then you don't have to worry about what you're going to eat anymore. And then meal planning. So a lot of people tell me, oh, I don't have time to do this stuff. I work 2 jobs or whatever, and I understand that. But you do. You do have enough time. As Arnold Schwarzenegger says, sleep faster. Humans can function on 6 to 8 hours of sleep. I work fine on 6 hours of sleep. And I work out for 3 hours. I go in the freezing cold. All this crazy stuff. I run for miles in the freezing off of 6 hours of sleep. So you can totally do it. It's just wanting to do it. The trick is to figure out what you want, and then you'll have all the energy to go after it. And that's all I got for that right now. Now it's time for me to jump in the water. So I'm gonna get changed. Hang on. balance. I don't know how the hell this thing works. I'm just gonna hold on to it, I guess. I don't know. Well, I guess this is a good example of letting go of fear, because I'm fucking terrified right now. I don't know how cold the water is. I don't know what's in the water. The water is awfully dark. And I'm freezing. And now I'm procrastinating. But what do I want out of my 2019? The three things I want the most: health, strength, happiness. Oh, there's my bracelet. It fell off, but I didn't lose it. It floats. This is a nice meditation. Okay, that's enough. I would say longer, but my car is far away. I don't want to catch hypothermia. One of the things about the cold is respecting it. I can do it in my pool for long as I can get warm instantly, but if I have to run back 10 minutes to my car in the cold, that is a long way to go. So, if you want, you can stay with me as I run. I'll just leave this on. Ooh, that wind's no joke. Okay. Time to run past people and convince them that I'm not crazy. Story of my life. Really. Woo! Got everything? I hope so. Oh, roll my ankle first thing. Healthy, strong, happy, healthy, strong, happy, healthy, strong, happy, healthy, strong, happy, healthy, strong, happy. 2019 is gonna be fucking awesome. No, fuck that. 2019 is awesome. Yeah. Whew. 2019 is awesome. I'm lost. No, I'm not. Wow. I'm really not cold. This is craziness. I'm like not cold at all. Can I walk on this? What do you think? I guess we're gonna find out. Whoa. Okay, there we go. So, if you're still here and you want to join me on one of these things, please do. That'll be sick. None of my friends want to do this stuff. They think I'm crazy. Okay. Wow, that's beautiful. Look at that. Man. Okay. Talk about freezing run. There's people, let's go figure them out. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, man. Yeah. Oh, it's a dog. I love dogs. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Oh, you're brave.
Oh, thanks. You know, the water's not that cold. Once you jump in. Yeah, I feel awesome. Kind of want to run some more, but no, I can't. I got things to do.